We are live. Welcome to the Overland Radio Show. Tonight we have Robbie and Chris from Overland of America. And as luck would have it, they are having a little bit of a technical difficulty. I don't know that they can hear me very well. Fellas, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can hear you. It's just real faint, but
okay.
I
Well,
think
no,
we can get through it.
no heavy breathing or anything like that. We should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, yeah, so everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Lee, and like I said, I got Robbie and Chris with me from Overland of America. And I know we've been absent a little bit, but we kind of took the summer off to do family things with kids and projects and all that stuff. So, and technically, we're not really back. This is just one of those one-off kind of deals, I guess, if you will. So, anyway, yeah, welcome to the show, fellas. Let's get this thing going and talk about some fun stuff that's going to be happening here pretty soon. Because, man, you are plastered all over social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're running a lot of ads right now, and then luckily we've met a lot of great people along the way that's helping share the event. And if you're watching, go to our event page and share our event for us. And we're just we're Overland guys trying to throw an Overland event for the Overland community. We're not corporate. We're not some big conglomerate that's coming in and doing this. It's just us and our partner Patrick.
What's that say? Just a blind squirrel trying to find a nut, right?
Yeah, we're just trying to do something different, trying to create a different experience.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm gonna double check. Man, your sound went away again. I wonder what your internet connection is like tonight, but huh?
You can't hear us?
I can hear you a little bit. It's all right. We'll just keep going with it, man. I mean, what's the worst we can do? I'll do a little editing. We'll figure something out, and hopefully it all works. But it looks like you guys have a little bit of an internet. A little internet connection, but maybe not too. Yeah, I see a chat that says somebody. Here we go. What up, fellas? The Wolf Den. So, hey, man, I'm glad you're on
What's up,
here.
Wolf Den?
Yeah, he just got back from. I say just got back. He took a pretty long trip, and I think he even ran a few of the trails I ran around or mapped out down in southeast Oklahoma. So thanks for joining in and hanging with us. Who else we got here? The Crayon Brotherhood.
Yeah. Now that cat did just come down and map out our trails for us.
Did he?
Yes,
Oh,
he
yeah,
did.
yeah. He's got it to where we've got 5 really good trails, anywhere from I think a level 2 to a level 5, and they'll be on. We'll have links for Onyx and Gaia.
No way. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind starting this event. So you guys just tell me, throw it at me. What was it? Were you sitting around a campfire together one night? I'm going to be honest. I kind of know the story already because we had this conversation, but for those other folks that don't know, give them the lowdown on, man, how this all came about. Who's the crazy idea guy?
Well, I mean, it's a little bit of a story, but you're right. It was a campfire conversation with my buddy Patrick. So we were sitting around the campfire, and I told him, I was like, man, so let me back up a little bit. So I've known Patrick for a little while, and he's got this deal going called the Mighty 30, which is a men's retreat for men that basically will get together and we just help build each other up, And so I told him, I said, man, I'd really like to help with this, but I'm going to need some kind of financial freedom in order to be able to do that. And I told him, I said, well, I've got this idea. And I ran the idea by him. I told him about Robbie because I've known Robbie for like 25 years. His very first event he ever did, I was helping him with that. And I ran it by Patrick, and he said, man, he goes, you should talk to Robbie. And I said, well, I'll pray on it. We'll see how it goes, And I kind of chickened out. I didn't talk to Robbie. And then out of the blue, he calls me. And I'm like, well, here's my sign. So at that point, after he told me what he was needing, I said, hey, man, let me tell you, I got something I want to run by you, and I basically told him what I wanted to do, and he was interested, but he wanted to go to an event. He wanted to go out on a trip, and I'll let him tell you about that because I took him to Rendezvous in the Ozarks for the first time.
Aha.
Yeah.
Whet
So
his appetite just a little bit, give him a little taste of it. See,
absolutely.
what he did was he came over to the dark side,
I,
didn't he?
I think he actually left the dark side. That's what he did.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, give me
Yeah.
some more.
So Chris approached me about it, and I was like, yeah, maybe. I'd like to go to an event, see what they're about, because I'm used to throwing like big truck shows, music festivals, things like that. So he took me to Rendezvous in the Ozarks, and um, we camped.
Well, yeah, but you didn't have any overland vehicles, so you got
So
you
my
got to tell them what you showed up.
so my rig was getting built for the SEMA show, so it wasn't finished yet. So the only vehicle I had to drive because my wife needed her vehicle was at the time I owned an AMGT coupe or AMG GT coupe,
Nice.
and it's a little two-door sports car. So I drove that out there, and actually drove it through the fields and stuff so I could get to the campsite. But that's like some people remember me being there from just that car sitting there, but because there wasn't nothing else like that there. It's all overland rigs, but so the camaraderie of being there and talking to people and hanging out, how nice everybody was and inviting, and Chris introduced me to some real good folks, and there was this guy named Jacob Kane, wasn't it?
Jacob Kane.
Yeah, Jacob Kane. Like,
Okay.
dude was letting me like open all his doors on his truck and pull his slides out and just look at stuff, and answering questions I had about, different things he had did. And, I just noticed like most people were like that, and I thought, man, this is something I'd like to do. So we sat around the campfire with everybody, and I just kind of sat back and listened, and just observed, and I told Chris after, I said that, it was a good time, and I really liked the event. I liked the venue and where it was, but because I'm used to providing more entertainment at events that I do, I asked Chris, I said, well, what if we did something like this, but put our own twist on it, like provided more entertainment, things for people to do and see, and he's like, yeah, we could do that. So I had an event coming up called Lifted Truck Nationals, and it's hosted at the same facility where we're having Overland of America just the week before. So I told Chris, I said, well, come up to Lifted Truck Nationals, hang out. You can camp out on the prairie and stuff, so you're not mixed in with all the lifted trucks, and just see the venue and see what you think. So he came up and checked the venue out and loved it. And
the venue is insane.
Yeah.
As soon as I got there, I was just like, oh my goodness, man, this place is perfect.
I remember in our conversations that invite that Robbie gave Chris, Robbie's thought to himself, he's probably not going to show up.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He really didn't think I was going
because
to.
he's like a hermit. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't like being around like crazy stuff going on. The Lifted Truck Nationals is pretty wild. It's crazy.
I know.
Patrick's coming up there with me, our other partner.
Yeah.
And we looked around, we hung out with Robbie all day, but that night we drove like way away from the event. We were still on property because there's so many acres there. But we found this like a hay barn, and we actually camped underneath that hay barn to get away from all the craziness of his show.
Oh, nice. This will actually be my first major overland event I've ever attended. Can't wait.
Nice.
We are going to spoil you because there is not another one out there like what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the venue, well, before we get to that, tell me some of your major objectives like for this event. So what is it that obviously, you want to get a lot of people in there. You want to bring in the vendors. You want everybody to have a good time. But what are some of the other objectives that you want to do as it relates to the event?
I think our biggest objective is just to be successful for our vendors and our supporters and people that have backed us in this. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, we're doing something in the middle of Oklahoma. There's nothing else like this here. It's not really close to any major cities, you know, like, you know,
Yep.
Bentonville and Tulsa, you know, about 45 minutes to an hour away. But, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous on, you know, are we going to draw the crowd in? But, you know, Overland people come from all over the country, you know, they come out of the woodwork, literally the woods, you know, like they're everywhere. So we're just hoping to gain the support. You know, we hope that people don't look at it and think, oh, it's the first year, I'm not going to go. I'll just see how it is online or whatnot. I hope people actually come out and support it, because it's like, it's not a corporation throwing this. It's us, you know,
Right.
like if we're not here or if we're not at another event promoting our event, we're out there just like you guys. We're out in the Ozarks, we're out in the Ouachitas, we're camping. You know, Chris went out last weekend with his wife. I had to fly to Tampa for some business, but yeah, that's our biggest objective, is just not let people down. You know, like we're trying to do it different, and I hope different works. And I mean, Chris is pretty positive. I guess I'm the negative Nancy about it all. But
You know, you got to have a good balance, right? I mean,
yeah.
You have to have a good balance, and you work off of each other's weaknesses and strengths and one thing's or another. But I will also add, for everybody that's listening or watching, we normally do these on Tuesday night, but Chris is in some like major like biathlon, triathlon training thing. And apparently, I didn't know this, but Robbie told me kind of it was supposed to be on the radar, but I'll let it out. Chris is trying to get in shape to get into a banana hammock for this event.
That's good, man. That's good.
He's going to wear the banana hammock and float the Lady River.
Hey, I can't compete with that picture of you floating around, man.
Yeah, man, is that not the scariest thing you've ever seen? I mean, listen, for those of you that don't know, there's a picture going around that was photoshopped my head on some other large guy's body that was wearing a bikini, and it made it onto a t-shirt. So yeah, that's pretty scary. But
yeah, no, I did start a diet. I started the carnivore diet, and I started riding a mountain bike. So yeah, Tuesday night is group ride night for the mountain bike. So
Fast Track Overland was the first overlanding videos I ever watched.
Me
nice.
too. Me too.
How about that? That's pretty awesome. So let me ask you, this is always one that I enjoy with folks that are doing something new and different. Up to this point, what's been your most memorable moment that you guys have had getting all this together, talking to vendors? I mean, is there any one thing that just completely stands out besides me coming up and hanging out with you guys for the day? But you know.
That's a good one, man. I really don't know.
I do. I got something.
You got one?
Yeah.
All right, hit it then. No, I don't.
You don't have nothing?
Because it's as a whole for me, man. This whole journey has just been crazy. I mean, it's just been nonstop go into all these events, go into the Rigs and Coffee, and
I would say for me, it was our drive out to
Flagstaff.
Man, I'm kind of getting choked up because it meant a lot to me.
Yeah,
but our drive out to golly, our drive out to Flagstaff when we went to Overland Expo West, meant a lot to me, you know, and it really stood out. Just us being there, you know, like we made it, you know what I'm saying? Like that was our dream, our wish to be there and be able to talk to vendors and visit with people and show that we're working our tails off for this event and we're traveling everywhere to promote it. And I think just being there, you know, and being in the campground with everybody else, and like that meant a lot to me.
The campground was cool.
Yeah.
We met a lot of people in the campground, so that was.
Yeah, one of our vendors, Mumu's Kitchen, they're going to be there. And they just came on as a product sponsor too. They're going to give away a bunch of cool food and a little cooking thing for the giveaway. But he when he parked, we were talking, said hello and everything, and then he brought us over some of their is it freeze dried?
Yeah.
Their freeze dried package of food.
Yeah.
To try out and hang out with them and stuff. And it was the dad that owns Mamoo's Kitchen. It was his son.
Yeah.
That helps out with it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And and another thing that stands out to me is back in March, me and my wife went to Disney World, and we planned the trip around Save Expo so I could let her go to the park on Saturday alone, which she's totally cool with being alone. She would rather be there alone than me be there. Complaining about walking around.
I can relate. I'm there. With you,
But
man.
yeah, so I went to Save Expo, and I seen Paul from Expedition Trailers, and that is a hell of a dude, man. Like that dude.
That guy's
left his
always,
booth.
I think he's always on cocaine.
he's all over the place, but
Man,
he
he's
left
like,
his booth and walked me around and introduced me to so many different vendors.
Yeah.
Like he was our biggest cheerleader, man, at that show. Like he introduced me to so many people and bought me lunch and just it was really neat.
He is a super, super fantastic guy, and I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen him at an event or something where he was just on top of the world, and he was a pleasant person to be around. He, he'll grab you and give you a big old hug, and hey, how are you, and one thing or another. And I mean, he is just genuinely a super nice guy. So running into him, man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man, and he's done a lot for us for the event. He's brought a lot of vendors to us. He's helped us have that, I guess, legitimacy. He's helped us with vendors feel more legitimate, because he's there backing us. That goes a long way, in this community. New events are new events, regardless of what they are, and people are scared of new events, and we're doing. I mean, we've made a video a long time ago that said, don't think it is a small for a new event. We're throwing a kitchen sink at this thing, which we are. I mean, we're spending a lot of money on ad purchases and travel and going to different venues and events and promoting, and we just hope it pays off. Like, I mean, it's doing good. Don't get me wrong. Like, tickets are selling great. So,
how many kidneys has Chris had to give up?
Yeah,
just one.
Just one. Got to keep one.
I do remember the very first place we went and actually pushed our event.
The very first place?
Yeah. SEMA.
Yeah.
Yeah. All we had was a date, wasn't
it? We didn't even have the date. We knew where it was going to be, and we knew it would be in September.
That's right. That's all we knew. But we were at the SEMA show, and we were just, everybody we could hit up, we hit up.
That's fantastic. When you were at Flagstaff and you walked around to the vendors that were there and you had conversations about what you were doing and your plans, how was it received?
I'll speak on this. It's some people were like really interested in listening, and then some could like care less. You know what I'm saying? It's like, almost like you're wasting their time.
Right.
And
you can tell pretty quick.
Tell pretty quick. If somebody doesn't want to be speaking to you.
Right.
And you just cut it short and just drop them a flyer
and move on
and go about your way. But just put it up in the old memory bank for when we blow up. Act like we don't know nobody.
When they call going, hey, I want a booth.
We had to split up on that. Like, we'd hit an aisle and he'd be like, all right, I'm going to take the right side, I'll take the left side.
Yeah.
It's just so big.
But what's cool, though, is we've actually had companies that can't make it this year, but reached out to see how they could get involved.
Yeah.
Because they know this is going to be big, and they want to make sure that they supported us in year one. So then that way, when year two comes and it did blow up and it does get even bigger than next year, that they were they were there for the support, at the beginning. So,
That's
and that goes a long way, man. That's a big deal, a company saying, hey, we're booked that weekend. We've got this and this going on, but how can we get involved? Can we join your giveaway, or can we do a giveaway online with you or something? And that's really cool of companies to do that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And
that network
Cat is always with me.
I know. In the videos, that cat's almost. I don't know that I've ever seen your video without the cat. Not that I can think of.
She is everywhere. She didn't go to Flagstaff though.
So we'll backtrack a little bit because I like to go just all over the place. But you went to the Rendezvous in the Ozarks, and you had a car. That's awesome. And the bug bit you, I'm assuming, Robbie. And now you have a pretty tricked out, decked out, pretty nice rig.
Yeah, I got two now.
I know you got to do Enos, right? Enos.
Yeah, I got an Enos Grenadier that we're getting ready to get started on. But yeah, my Gladiator, man, I love my Gladiator, and I got to get rid of one eventually. And I don't know which one I love my Gladiator. Like Chris is always like, well, what are you going to take camping or this or that? When it comes down to it, when they're both built, and I was like, probably my Gladiator.
So, what are you going to do to the Enos? Are you going to put the Alucab?
Nah.
Come on.
Nah.
You don't want to cut that hole in the top of that thing?
So I'm working with Leitner Designs, Bernard and the guys over there. So we'll be putting the full length roof rack on it. I think I'm going to have one of the first ones that they produce.
Nice.
We'll do the spare tire relocation kit. We'll have the kick panels on the sides that cover the windows, the Molly panels with the jerry cans and stuff. We're going to be a SEMA with it with Radflow suspension technology. They're going to be developing a lift kit for it, some coilover shocks, things like that. And then I've already got Nomad wheels on it. They sent me some of their wheels, got the 17s. I think we're going to run with some Firestone tires this year on it. And rooftop tent. I'm kind of in talks right now with James Baroud about putting a tent on it. But I've talked to a few companies about tents, so just kind of seeing where we end up at. But I remember when I first got into this, and Chris and me were at SEMA, and we were walking around, and he showed me the James Baroud tent, and he's like, that's the Ferrari of tents right there. And I was like, I need that tent. Like, I need one of those tents.
That's all you had to tell me, Chris.
Pretty nice tents. Yeah.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. So how do you see this thing evolving over the next few years? I know you haven't even got the first one under your belt, but listen, I see you guys as forward thinkers anyway. So where do you see this thing maybe in 2 or 3 years down the road? Because I mean, let's face it, it's going to be successful. We know it is.
So what we're really trying to do with this thing is we don't want to just have the one show. We actually want to try to add one every year. So next year there will be a new location, and we're actually going to try to grow it to like 4 shows in a year is what we're trying to do. But it'll probably take us 4 or 5 years to get there. I'm not even sure next year will be 2 shows, but I mean that's the plan, is to actually grow this thing and go to different venues. As a matter of fact, we were talking to Clay Croft at Flagstaff.
Yeah, Flagstaff.
And we were kind of, letting him know about our event and stuff. And he was like, have you seen my ranch? So that could be a possibility right there.
There you go. Yeah, that seems like a pretty impressive place that they have just purchased. Yeah. And
I really wanted to go to the grand opening, but my boss at California Customs was getting married, and I was in the wedding, so there was I had to be there.
Somebody's always got to screw up all the fun stuff, don't they? Man, I'm telling you. All right, here's one for Chris.
Hit me.
And we're gonna, like I said, we bounce all over the place. Your truck is something of a unique nature.
Yeah, considering it's a 2-wheel drive 4-cylinder, it's pretty unique. All right.
Exactly. So what inspired the whole thing? I mean, was it, I just want to do something that nobody else does, or what was the inspiration, dude?
So I bought the truck because I was a mountain biker. Yeah. But no, I bought the truck because I was a mountain biker and I just wanted something to haul my bikes around.
Hold up, dude. Wait a minute.
And
Wait. You're a mountain biker?
yeah.
Well, you and I, we're pretty close on the, you know.
Yeah. Well, I've lost 27 pounds though.
I can tell you've lost weight, but I tried that mountain bike, and those seats are so small. It felt like I was being cornholed the whole time I was riding.
That doesn't bother him at all.
Nah, that's good. Yeah. Well, you know Fast Rack?
It makes him pedal faster, don't it?
So you know the name Fast Rack, right?
Yeah.
That actually comes from Fast Rack Motoring Cycling Solutions, which is a business I own, designs and builds bicycle skill courses and trail features.
Dude.
So yeah, I raced mountain bikes for 5 years. I was a 170-pound mountain bike racer. Now I was 270 Overlander, but now I'm 247. So
he's one of the. At the time when he raced, he was one of the fastest. What class was it called? Was it Husky class or something?
No, it was just Cat 3. I wasn't Husky when I was racing. I was Husky when I'm not racing. But yeah, no, I was just
Robbie, you're gonna pay.
All the state of Arkansas. So.
You're gonna pay Robbie after this is over with.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I gotta say that the transformation in the truck.
Yeah.
It's very misleading.
Oh, a little bit.
So I mean,
it won't be for long.
I know you got some plans coming up. What are those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or can you tell?
He just ordered today.
Yeah, I just actually right before we got on here, I actually ordered another part. So yeah, got the front diff. I've got the transfer case. I've got a few other little parts I need, but yeah, I'm actually gonna convert it. Because I helped Jacob convert his Tundra.
I did not know that. Really?
He's 4-wheel drive now, so yeah. And he went crazy because he did the full conversion with all the electronics, the new dash piece with all the buttons and all that. So I did an FJ transfer case, so I'll have the stick, so I don't have any of the electronics.
Oh man,
yes,
so that's going to be exciting. Hopefully, you're going to document that.
Yeah, and then when the truck's paid for, I plan on doing something else, but so that won't be too far down. But yeah,
that's pretty exciting.
It's a truck I have, so I'm gonna work with it.
That's because your wife won't let you buy another one. Let's be honest.
That's true too. Yeah. So.
I mentioned that.
No, she wants a 4Runner, and she's like, if you do anything before I get a 4Runner, you're in trouble. So
you're gonna wake up dead, as they say.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my truck. So almost got to get a 4Runner.
I'm right there with you, man. I mentioned something about a different truck, and I got that look, and I was like, "Oh, okay, we'll drop that subject for right now." All right, back to the venue. So I've been there. I got to hang out with you guys. It was a little bit of a dreary day. What
was your favorite part?
Well, there's too many.
Yeah.
I will say that I think that one of the big, obviously one of the big attractions I think is your pool and lazy river area. However, I think that you're going to have so many people in that place, doing so many different things.
Yeah.
I actually, believe it or not, and this is kind of a geeky thing for me, I was really impressed with that RC track. And I know that sounds like the silliest thing, but for a guy that, growing up as a kid and a young teenager, one of my vehicles was purchased just to carry RC planes, cars, and boats in.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was pretty impressed with that. Now I was also impressed with the Nitro Circus thing.
The big jumps and all that.
Dude, that's intimidating.
Right?
Yeah, that'll be gone by the time our event rolls around. I think they were breaking that down this week.
Yeah.
Oh, were they? Yeah. That big pavilion, super nice.
Yeah, that's where all the classes and the film festival and all that'll be at.
So, you remember that apartment inside there?
Yep. Oh, that was bougie, man.
Yeah.
That was really neat. I think that, and I remember the conversations we were having about that, and I think that's, I hope you guys get to facilitate that. But the whole place is just, I mean, you got the cabins, you got the laundry. Actually, more than one laundry facility, if I remember right.
Now, one laundry facility,
Maybe
but then
shower.
that was also where the showers were.
Yeah.
Then you had the other bathroom things on the
That's-
other side by the restaurant. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what? I don't know that it's kind of hard to narrow it down when you have so many things that you can choose from.
Oh, I got a question for you.
What's that?
Do you have your Barbie Jeep ready?
No. Listen, I know my limitations.
Wolfden said, "Did you ever race with Cody from Dome
I did.
Yeah.
I did. That's how I know Cody, actually, is from racing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my limitations, Chris, and my body, my body doesn't heal as fast as it used to.
Yeah. Well, you land in water, so it ain't that bad.
Yeah, be my luck. I'd end up drowning or something. But
Yeah.
yeah,
One of you guys was wearing a life jacket. Remember that? Lifted truck?
Wearing a life jacket.
Yeah. The guy who won was wearing a life jacket.
Oh, he was.
He was,
He
yeah.
said he couldn't swim very good.
Yeah. So he wore a life jacket.
Yeah.
dang, there's a guy.
And he actually wound up winning.
He was probably he was kind of short and pudgy too.
Yeah, he was.
That's so crazy.
But dude, he had the deal with him, and I guess I'll give a little heads up here. But he had a really, really tough power wheels.
Yeah.
But some of the other ones, the wheels were flying off, parts were flying off. His just was a older, solid unit, and he wound up.
It looked like a side by side kind of.
Yeah, or a Jeep even, something like
I
that.
think it was. It looked like a buggy almost, like a side by side buggy, and it was lower profile.
Yeah.
And wider.
It was bigger than all the rest of them, for sure.
Yeah. But it was just had more stability to it.
I remember that car. There was someone that had a little, was it a Mustang or something?
Yeah, that little bitty one.
And you were like, oh, I'm on that one, dude. The first time down, he
He
lost
blew
wheels and the hood, and he couldn't even make it down it without that thing just blew up.
Oh no. Hey,
Yeah.
Chris, we're supposed to ask you about the Tomahawk.
The Tomahawk. Oh yeah, yeah. It was good. It was good.
Well, I mean,
So-
you can't leave us there, Chris. Come on.
Well, I mean, he cooked it. I just
Oh, okay.
ate some of it. That's the deal. So, as a matter of fact, so he came out, mapped the trails, but he's also got a video that's going to be dropping, I think, Sunday, and it's him touring the facility and then doing the trails. So, if you want to see what the trails are going to look like, you kind of want a little insight on the facility, make sure to watch his video, the Crayon Brotherhood.
It comes out Sunday, right?
Yep, Sunday.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me the time, I don't think.
Did he say on here?
He'll probably text you now that we said something.
So, on this facilities, for those of you listening and watching this and are curious about it, there is so much. It's hard to even go through and probably list it all out, but there's multiple restaurants. There's the pool of the lazy river. There's cabins. There's the pavilion. There's the laundry. There's the showers, multiple bathroom, shower areas, whatever you want to call them.
Arcade.
The arcade, it's free. And it's
Yeah.
not, listen, y'all, it's not penny style, old school 1960 arcade. These are like updated things. These are things that, I mean, us man children could go in and play and have a good time. So
Yeah, me and Chris spent a couple hours in there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at here. This is one of our new shirts.
oh yeah, it looks nice. There you go.
Chris got one on too. Show him your shirt.
See if I can get up. The beard's gonna be in the way. There we go.
That's one of our other ones. We got like 6 or 7 different designs.
Those look fantastic. So Chris, tell me what's your favorite part of the whole place? Because it's just enormous.
Huh. That's a good question. I mean, my most favorite part of the whole place.
I think you like the coffee place. You just go like,
Well, I do like
Yeah,
coffee.
you know
Crazy.
what, Robbie, you're right. When we were there and we walked up to the upper level to the coffee place,
he just like changed, didn't he?
he was kind of giddy.
Yeah, that's
kinda,
how it was the last time we were
yeah,
there.
kind of lit
Yeah.
up a little bit. didn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. I like coffee.
I think he wants to be a barista, is what I think.
I don't think it pays enough.
That's the feminine side of him coming out. But anyway,
Uh,
well, so tell everybody else some of the other good, exciting and fascinating things. Like, how many camping spots, RV full hookups do you guys have there?
geez.
We've got 400, and I just so for people that are getting the full hookup RV spots, I didn't think very many people would buy them, so I didn't release all of them, and I kept some that were really close to the restaurant and closest to the vendors. I kept them held back in case we needed it for like more vendors or for whatever, And so I just released those. So the H, the rest of the J's, and the K RV spots are all now live, available on our website. And those are the absolute closest to the vendors. I measured it on Google Earth, and they're like 900 feet from the first vendor. So those are the ones that you've seen that are literally right there by the restaurant.
Oh yeah,
bathhouses and all that kind of stuff. But we've got 400 RV spots. We've got probably dry camping. We have like our premium dry camping, probably 400 spots for that. And when I say premium dry camping, that kind of like almost doesn't go together. But the reason it's premium is it's closer. It's not up on the prairie, but it's also an assigned spot. And they're 25 wide by 80 deep. So if you buy a premium camp spot and your buddy's got a ground tent and he's coming in with you, or, well, if your buddy's riding with you and he's got a ground tent and you bought a premium camp spot, all he has to do is get a weekend pass if he's going to stay on your camp, your 25 by 80 area.
Wow.
But say somebody else is with you and they have a rooftop tent, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to buy another camp spot. They can just camp with you because your spot's so huge. All they have to do is buy what's called an extra vehicle pass. So that's 100, and it comes with their weekend armband. So there's ways to like bundle and save a little bit, if you get together with your buddies. Like I would say a 25 by 80 premium camp spot, you could probably fit 3-4 rigs on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
so.
Especially
25 by 80.
Yeah, they're good size. And then the RV spots are 30 by 80.
Let that sink in for a little while, y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
God.
So if somebody wanted to share an RV spot,
Same thing. Yeah.
you pay for one, and then the other people that have rigs that they're camping in, they just purchase an extra vehicle pass instead of getting a whole new campsite.
Yeah.
Those are just, gosh, that's those are huge.
Yeah. The only thing you have to get separately is if you're prairie and trail camping, each individual vehicle has to have their own pass, But if you want to camp if you want to camp in a group of 30 guys in a big old circle, like we don't care. It's just first camping. You just find wherever you want, but each person has to buy a camp spot.
So I think when you were there, we didn't actually go out and look at all the acreage and all the trails and stuff like that because of the rain and everything. But
no, we didn't do trails, but we drove all the way around to the back part where they were building the new gate in the entrance. Yeah. So we drove all that, but we didn't go on any trails or anything because it was pretty. I mean, there was a moment there. It was a toad strangler for us, but all right. So do me a favor, and I'm doing this on purpose because I'm going to repurpose this. But one of you guys go through the list and rattle off everything that you got in there: cabins, RVs, pavilions. Do the whole 9 yards real quick. Just roll it off. If you forget something, that's okay. We're not going to hold Chris's feet to the fire.
He's over here cheating, so
he's going to rattle it off. I don't want to miss anything. Okay. So at Overland of America, Jay, Oklahoma, Mid-America Outdoors is our facility. September 13th to the 15th, we've got 1,600 acres of private trails. We've got, and they're mapped out on Gaia and Onyx, so you'll be able to get access to those maps just downloading it from our website.
And the maps also show all the pavilion and the different areas.
Oh yeah. Like so our maps that Dan, the Crayon Brotherhood did, like he put the pool on there. He put the vendor areas, the restaurant, the pavilion, the cabins, like
showers,
everything is on those maps. So that's pretty neat. But we've got that 1,600 acres of private trails. We've got 2 swimming pools, a lazy river, a splash pad, a playground. We got a free arcade with unlimited gameplay. We've got 75 cabins, wet and dry. There are still a few wet cabins available, which wet means they have a bathroom in them. Dry means it's just, no bathroom, no running water. But plenty of places, free showers, they're clean. We've got free laundry facility. It includes detergent, is already in there for you. We've got a beautiful pavilion, rock face, cedar ceilings, chandeliers. We're going to have 2 big LED video boards, one at the pool and one at the pavilion. And we're going to have a short film festival with our storytellers that we have featured. We've got, like I said, 400 RV spots. We have enough dispersed camping for probably 3,000 to 4,000 people.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, maybe more. And then premium camping is probably about 400 to 500 spots. We have a restaurant. We have a gourmet coffee house. We have 3 bars, 2 that are pretty active, like one's Coconuts 1, one's Coconuts 2. Coconuts 2 is inside the pool area. And with the swimming pool, it's pretty much like a hotel. You can't just go to a hotel and use their swimming pool unless you're staying there. And it's the same way with our facilities. If you're a spectator, you cannot enter the pool area. So if you are going to be a spectator, we suggest, if you're trying to get into this or you're just getting started, go buy a ground tent. Get you one of our cheapest campsites. Ground camp there. We've got restrooms there. We've got food there. We've got plenty of food vendors.
Showers,
everything. Meet people, enjoy, have fun, learn. Come to our classes and courses we have. We've got great instructors.
They got lots
all
of classes.
Certified. Yeah, lots of classes. We got a full schedule. We've even got classes at the Lady Overland Lounge. So if you're a lady that's wanting to get into this and you want a little bit more privacy and just being around like-minded females, we do have the Lady Overland Lounge, and they will have their own classes and courses, just specifically tailored for women.
Yeah.
Safety is a big issue, that needs to be discussed. Hygiene, hygiene for ladies is way different than hygiene for us guys,
Yeah.
And they discuss all that. But trying to think of
Barbie downhill.
Oh, we got our Barbie Jeep downhill. We've got our huge giveaway.
The pool party.
Oh, yeah.
The
pool party sponsored by Coltrane Energy Drink.
Yeah.
So our giveaways, though, that we're doing, we've probably got $35,000 in giveaways.
Got some good giveaways.
And so the reason I was saying was camp. Make sure you camp, because all of our giveaways are happening during our pool party.
Nice.
But you can't come unless you're staying on property. So these are camper giveaways. It's not giveaways to everybody that's attending, spectators and everything. This is something special that we're doing for our campers, our biggest supporters. So if you have the opportunity to camp there, even if it's in a tent, make sure you camp there.
I bet everybody's wondering why we're looking here. Not there.
Oh yeah. Our cameras
I
up
was
there,
watching
but we're
you talk
watching
to
right
him,
there.
and you're like this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, that looks weird.
But yeah, so
Right.
I'm gonna look at the camera. So make sure you camp if you can, because we would love everybody to have the opportunity to win some of these giveaways. And we've got a couple rooftop tents.
Yeah.
We've got a couple ground
A
tents.
nice awning.
Awnings. Shift Pod is giving away their big Shift Pod 3. It's like a $1,600 ground tent.
Yep.
We've got suspension components. We've got wheels, tires. There's
There's
so much cool
Yeah.
stuff that we're giving away. Devos Light Rangers.
Yeah.
Rich and
Thanks.
Spencer are 2 of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got so much stuff to give away. But you have to attend the pool party to have a chance to win it, and to be able to attend the pool party, you have to be staying on property.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very big deal.
Vendor setup is Thursday, right?
Yeah, the vendor setup starts on Thursday. We will be up there Wednesday, so if any vendors do arrive early and want to set up, we'll be there.
I'm gonna come Wednesday just because I want to go live while you guys have some of the things that are being done.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to go live on Wednesday as things are, starting to come together and do a play-by-play.
Yeah, you'll see us hanging like 75 or 80 banners.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
so many banners.
We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be getting set up on Wednesday. Vendors will start showing up mostly on Thursday. One of the questions people has had is the camping and the cabins. So our pricing is for the entirety of the event. It's not per night. So if you look at our pricing, like I had somebody, and another thing I want to throw out there is people are so negative. Like we're paying for these ads and stuff, and we get people get on there that are like, "Don't you think that's a little excessive? 200 a night?" And it's like, if you just read, you would see it's for the entirety of the event. But for somebody to be such a negative Nancy to go on our actual ad and try to trash the event, like
it's the way things are now, Robbie. I mean, you can have the best intentions. There's always somebody that
I pray for those people, man.
I'd like to catch them in a back alley, but anyway, while I'm backing out. No, I'm just kidding. No,
but yeah, it's
it happens.
Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about.
I wasn't listening.
Man,
that's why we get along so good.
I was like squirrel, and I got sidetracked.
No,
I'm just as bad though, man. Yeah. I'm just as bad.
We went from Wednesday to the pricing to people hating.
Oh yeah, so our tickets. Every ticket that we sell, unless it is a single day spectator pass, is good for the entirety of the event.
That's right.
So if you rented a cabin or if you got a camp spot, it's for the whole entire event.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, all the cabins that are right there along the gravel area there by the pavilion,
where all the
dry. Those are dry, right?
Yeah, so the small ones that are right there by where our storyteller section is are dry cabins. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't quite remember, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, I think that the ones right there are dry because they were asking about cabins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now there is some wet cabins on the other side.
Yeah, so right around the corner. So right when you pull in where the office and entrance is, the F cabins right there in front of the office, those are wet cabins. They have restrooms.
I think they're all sold out though, aren't they?
Let me look and see.
I think the last time you looked, I thought they were, but maybe not.
I'll look and see what cabins we have available.
And then there's some dry cabins right there where the food court is.
Are they going to be renting the side by sides there?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't. We don't want to have side by sides out on the trails. Why? We're having an Overland event.
I'm glad to hear it. To be honest, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. You might see some running around, but if you do, it'll be staff that's helping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was just like, oh man, it's this.
Yeah.
So the poolside cabins are sold out. The cabins right to the left, the fence line cabins, when you first come in, F1 through 4, those are sold out. F5 through 16, there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The A cabins are right there by the lazy river and the pool. Right?
Yeah. Those sell out really fast. So there's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 wet cabins available still, which are right around the corner from the vendors, pretty much right where you first pull in at.
Yeah.
The blue cabins, which are the D cabins, those are sold out. Those are the ones that are right in front of the vendors.
Well, somebody's got some good cabins right there.
Yeah.
That's a good one right there.
No kidding. I remember looking at those when we were walking around. I thought, man, that is the primo spot to be right there.
Yeah, and then most of the dry cabins are still available, which I could see for this event. Dry cabins not getting rented because most of these guys are overlanders. So,
yeah.
They're already in.
They got a dry cabin on top of their truck.
Yeah. But yeah, that's they are getting sold though. And then camping, all of our premium. So our premium in Middle Park Red, which if you check out our new maps on our website, you can see where I went ahead and labeled them to kind of show where
Yeah.
all the camping was. But Middle Park Red is sold out. We still have plenty in Middle Park or East Park Orange 1 and 2, and then we'll never run out of camping in the Prairie. So
Yeah, the Prairie's huge.
yeah. But yeah, I just added a bunch of good RV spots. Those K spots are really good.
I don't know that there's really a bad spot, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I don't think there's a bad spot.
And we're gonna try to be running shuttles too. So if you're camped and you don't want to, if you're far enough away that you don't want to walk up to the vendors or the swimming pool, we'll be running a shuttle service. So we'll be going around and we'll be picking people up and dropping them off, right by the vendors where the vendors first start at.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just like a short walk down to the pool. But
Yeah, I just don't think there's a bad spot really to be had around there. I mean, even the ones up on the Prairie that are back there by the new gate area, it's still a really nice open area. It's really, it's not a bad spot to get there. You got a paved road. It's not like you're just trekking down some old,
right, yeah,
2-track that's just been.
Yeah, and if you're like by yourself and you just want like a really nice dispersed place, like there are some beautiful spots off those trails. Like you can go take one of those trails and like so with us we call it prairie and trail camping because we don't care if you camp off the side of the trail. So if you're going down a trail and you see a spot you can pull over and set up a camp, go ahead.
Yeah, I remember you guys pointed out a few of those spots back up there when we were heading up that way. When we were out. So
I'm wondering who's gonna find that real nice spot in the
back in the back. Yeah, there's this really flat area, man. It's got this big shade tree.
Uh-huh.
But it's like you go through the prairie a ways, right? Then you start on a trail, right? You start on a trail and then come back off the trail.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember when we found it, we were like, "Woo! This is." If we come back to camp, this is where we're camping.
Check this out.
So the entrance is the one that we came in.
Yeah.
Which is there off of whatever that road is. I don't remember it now, but is the other entrance going to be open too?
The road?
Yeah.
Is OK 127 or 167?
Okay.
It's like considered a highway is what it's called.
Yeah. What about the new entrance? Is it going to be open back there? Or
No.
Okay. Got it.
No, just
they mainly built that one for like the big rigs and stuff like that for the racing.
Yeah, those whoop-de-doo heels getting in there with those big tractor trailers.
That's part of the fun, man. You'll figure out when you come, like if you feel like you're on a roller coaster,
you're on the right road.
You're on the right there.
Yeah, when I was getting there to meet you guys, I was like, dang, this is kind of cool. I mean, up and down, then boom, there you are. But so all right, well that's cool. Let's see. I had another couple of questions.
I forgot to put my phone on a charger. I hope it don't die like it did on the last one.
I thought you got a charger.
What's it on?
Robbie's got to check.
That's too funny.
So you can't see while we just gotta hope. Oh, he's gonna touch it. Bye, folks.
What? Did I mess it up?
He's got his finger like this, so I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Oh no!
I don't know what it's
I'll stay here and wait until y'all come back. If you did you get it?
I only had 43% when we started. So.
I was laughing when we was on with the lady Overlander radio. It died. Our phone died.
Oh no!
And then we're like, oh, just kidding. We're back.
Yeah, those gals are great, man. They're great. Okay, well, let's see. So overlandofamerica.com is where we need to go get the tickets. If you haven't downloaded the Overland Radio app, there's a link in there. You can go get them if you'd like. We got storytellers.
Yep.
There's food trucks.
Yep.
There's restaurants. Hey, are they doing that breakfast thing you were telling me about?
I don't know yet. So Mid-America has never been open all the time just for events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now they're not running any events. And so they don't have the employees that they had before.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of like in the stage of are we going to have the restaurant open, or am I going to put a couple food trucks over there so people can at least still go in there and eat, or are we going to have the buffet going? So we're kind of up in the air about that right now. We want it to be open, but it's just a matter of, are they going to have enough staff to staff it or cater it? Because I even mentioned that bring a pizza person in and turn it into a pizza restaurant, for
Right.
the so we're kind of still like in the middle of that right now.
Okay. All right.
This one's last minute. Get it figured out. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, anything else you guys want to share with everybody about the event, or anything that you think that the listeners, viewers need to know?
Well, Dan just texted me and asked me a question about night rides, and we do allow night riding on the trails. So if people want to go out and trail ride at night and turn your lights on and really get a feel for what your rig's made of at night and with your lighting systems and all that, like you can go use the trails 24/7.
Oh, and the trails will be directional. We want to keep them one way. Just it'll keep down with people running into each other on the trails and stuff like that. So
yeah, so Dan's got them marked off on Gaia and Onyx. So when we put those links live and you're able to download them and add them to your app, it'll show where the trailhead starts and where the finish is.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed this. I'm glad you guys came on and hung out with me. I'm looking forward to doing some live stuff from your place. And,
you got that new trailer fixed up?
It's a slow. What's that term? Slow train to China or slow boat to China, or whatever they call it. No, and I'll tell it's in progress. I'll say that, but it won't be done. Yeah. Unfortunately, my biggest delay right now is insulation. I ordered hemp insulation because I was going to be, it's fireproof and mold, the whole 9 yards. And
yeah, I can cheat.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna be in the trailer like that. No. So anyway, it's just delayed getting that in, and so it's not gonna be ready, but I got a bunch of stuff that we're still doing, so it'll be there. It'll be there. Awesome. And we'll be broadcasting out of it, out of the back. The back area will be the little stage area, and so yeah, we'll be set up. But hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be sure to go hit up the overlandofamerica.com website. Get your tickets. If you're done. Yeah, get them done. Get out there and camp. Robbie had a great idea. If don't be just the spectator. Get out there and camp with everybody. I think that's fantastic.
Be like me the first time. I was uncomfortable. I didn't know nothing about it. And by camping at Rendezvous, man, it got me hooked. And I learned so much stuff that couple of days we was there. I was literally there 24 hours.
The main thing you learned was if you sleep in a gazelle and a windstorm comes through, make sure you tie it down.
Yeah. I kept popping that thing back out.
Collapse in on you, yeah.
I didn't tie this. I didn't think we were going to have a windstorm in the middle of the night, but
it wasn't even that windy, but that thing kept popping in. Yeah. I finally just left it alone.
Too funny.
And then when
I think we lost them.
How do we volume this up?
We died.
The audio's there.
I'll turn it. Anyway, wait a minute. Here we go.
Are we still there?
There it is.
Timed out.
It gave me a low battery warning. We still got 20%.
All right, guys. All right, so everybody listening, watching, make sure you go get the tickets. These guys looks like they're putting together quite the event. Come out and see us. We'll have a booth there. We're going to be doing interviews. We'll be cruising around. I may be buying an electric bike to ride around so I can do interviews because that place is not small. So
yeah, I recommend that. That'd be good.
Yeah,
it's big for sure.
Yeah.
And we promise that we'll run the event way smoother than we do podcasts. We always mess up on podcasts.
I'm going to go down to Arkansas one day, and I'm going to go by these guys' place, and I'm going to sit down with them, and I'm going to help them get their stuff set up so that they
We
they
even said we're going to plug the phone in this time. We're going to do it, and then we had all the issues, and then we didn't plug it in. So.
That's all right, brother. Don't worry about it, man. It's all good. We had a good time. It was a success. It was fun.
Right.
People learned a lot about what you guys are doing, and that's all that really matters. We had a good time. So thanks everybody for watching and listening. This will be up on Spotify and all that stuff here in a couple of days. So and I'll be sharing some clips with you guys so you guys can use some promo clips or whatever if you'd like. But
Awesome.
Anyway, everybody have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys.